The Sheriff of Bartow County, Clark Millsap. Good to see you, Sheriff.
Good morning, David. How are you?
Good. Congratulations in the primaries.
Thank you very much. We were blessed. We did good.
How long have you been the sheriff?
I'm in my 16th year, and after we go and vote for ourselves in November, we'll be 4 more years, so it'll be 20.
County in good shape?
County's in good shape as far as law enforcement goes. We're a little short-handed. We're hiring right now, so if you know anybody that doesn't have a criminal record and wants a job, to send them to see me, because we're hiring into the jail. If you've got road experience, we'll look at you and maybe hire you straight to the road. Things are going well. We've got some good, but we got some good applications now. Commissioner Taylor, when he bumped up the starting pay for the deputies, it really helped us as far as our recruiting stuff goes.
I wanted to ask you about concealed weapons permit.
Okay.
What are the rules on it? Can anybody get one?
You can go to the probate judge's office. It's a one-stop shop. You go there and they fingerprint you and they take all your information, run your background check, and send it off to the state, and the feds will do a background check too. If you're not a convicted felon, you're eligible to get a carry permit, and it's my advice for everybody that doesn't have one to go get one.
Now, if I can buy a gun, does that guarantee me being able to get a concealed weapon permit?
No, not necessarily. You can buy a gun if you had a dishonorable discharge from the military, or if you've been convicted of family violence and it was a bad situation. You could possibly be turned down for your concealed carry permit. You could possibly also be turned down to buy a handgun. Now, if you don't have a concealed carry permit and you go and try to purchase a handgun, you may be approved to purchase it, but you will have the waiting period while they do all the checks and all the balances and things like that. Now, you can get a shotgun or a long gun the same day. Now, if you have a concealed permit and you go to an establishment that sells firearms with your concealed permit and your driver's license, you'll be able to walk out the door with a handgun that day. So my advice is, I'm a Second Amendment advocate. I'm a firm believer in our Constitution and our Second Amendment. I defend it till the day I die. I want everybody who can legally own a handgun and have a carry permit to please go and purchase a firearm to protect yourself and your family.
I'm hearing different things on the internet or on Facebook about concealed weapons, and if you're pulled over by a police officer, and how to handle that. How do you handle that?
Well, see, here's the thing about carrying in your vehicle. You do not have to have a carry permit to carry a firearm in your car. It's like they consider it an extension of your home. Now, there are some rules to carrying a firearm in your car. If you have it in plain view, that's legal. But you need to remember the 2-step rule. If it takes you 1 step of opening the glove box and reaching in and getting your gun, that's step number 2. 2-step rule unless you have it in plain view. You cannot have it under the seat. You cannot have it in the pocket of the door. That's against the rules. Now, if you're pulled over and you have a firearm in plain view, my advice to you is keep both hands on the wheel, and when the officer steps up, say, "Officer, I'm here, I have a concealed permit, I have a firearm right here on the seat beside me." That way, the officer, you've established a little trust right there off the bat, because that officer doesn't know who's he's approaching, doesn't know who he's pulled over, other than what he gets back on the tag that he was called in. He'll know who you are from the call or the tag, or who owns the car. But my advice is, if you've got a firearm in the vehicle and you legally got it there, go ahead and tell that officer. That establishes that little moment of trust. Lets that officer back up a little bit, because he's not so wary anymore, because he knows there's a firearm in the car, but he knows you're not going to reach and get it.
So it's my choice whether I do.
It's your choice. Yeah, it is. I mean, you don't have to, but if it's in plain view on the seat beside you, and the officer sees it, and you don't go ahead and tell him, it's probably going to cause a little tension right there, just for a few minutes.
Okay, with a concealed weapon permit, when can I pull the gun out?
Can you pull it out?
When can I pull it out and actually draw it?
Are you talking about in defense of yourself?
Well, let's say I'm in a convenience store and it's being robbed, or I'm just I don't know. So when can you pull it out?
If there is a felony in progress, or you feel threatened in any way, you have the right under the Constitution to pull your weapon any time. Now, I don't need a bunch of cowboys running around here in Bartow County. And because, I want everybody to get along. I want us all to work together to be safe. But if you're stopping a felony in progress, then you have every right under the Constitution to do that. But I don't want to get into a situation where everybody starts waving pistols around all over the place. You know, if you're going to carry your weapon, carry it legally, be safe with it. I want everybody to be trained in how to carry a firearm and when to pull it and things like that. That's why we offer Citizens Firing Range Day. As a matter of fact, we got one coming up on the 13th. It's already full. So if people will keep up on our website and our Facebook page, we're starting back this fall with our Citizens Firing Range Day. You come to the firing range, you get 2 hours worth of classroom, you get the active shooter. If you bring your weapon, we'll show you how to take it apart, we'll show you how to put it back together, we'll show you how to load it, we'll show you how to clean it, and we'll let you shoot till you don't want to shoot anymore. If you don't have a firearm and you're thinking about purchasing one, we'll let you shoot ours. You can shoot our handguns, you can shoot our shotguns, you can shoot everything that we've got. Well, I'm not going to let you shoot our automatic weapons. I mean, that'd be kind of crazy on my part, but I want people to be trained with them. That way you'll know, because you'll get the same training that law enforcement people go. So you will know when you can pull your pistol and when you can't.
Everybody, it's the Sheriff of Bartow County, Clark Millsap. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David.